some of you may know me as Steve Harvey from earlier, or maybe I was your tour guide this year, or possibly I was just that really obnoxiously excited girl that was in the parking lot that looked miserable because it was raining, right? That's me. But I'm lucky enough to also be known by my peers as someone who's very involved on campus, as well as a leader on this campus. So my inner tour guide in me loves when people participate, so I'm gonna ask a few questions and feel free to raise your hand if you're comfortable. So raise your hand if, there we go, if you've ever applied for your dream job and you didn't get it. Maybe someone else got it. None of you applied for something and you all got it? Jeez, you guys are good, all right. But okay, let's move on. So let's say you just didn't get something you ever wanted. Maybe rejection. Raise your hand if you've ever been rejected from anything. All right, thank you. Thank you for playing along. All right, let's move on to colleges. Raise your hand if Bridgewater was your top choice. Oh, congrats, that's awesome. All right, raise your hand if it wasn't your top choice. Yeah, it's a lot of you, right? So Bridgewater was not my top choice. I had actually applied to 12 different schools, and Bridgewater wasn't even one of them. None. Bridgewater was my 13th, right? I wanted to go somewhere down south that had a huge football stadium, those huge games. I came from Holliston, our team was awesome. So I wanted something that again, I wanted somewhere that on the weekends I could go on the beach, I could just hang out, right? I just want to go down south. I didn't want anywhere in Massachusetts. But in reality, college is really expensive, right? Is anyone here for money purposes? Financial, that's me. I'm the youngest of three, and college is really expensive. So I was devastated. This door had shut for me, but my family helped keep me grounded. They told me, later down the line, you're not gonna wanna pay for all this debt. So I was so hurt. I was so upset. This door was slammed in my face, and that's how I ended up here at Bridgewater. So something that kept me going, yeah, pretty picture. Something that kept me going was knowing that I was gonna be on the volleyball team. I was so excited. I played on all of the teams throughout middle school, all of high school, but just like a bad movie, I hurt my ankle. So I'd hurt my ankle. I was devastated. It was like those movies, and it just happens, and suddenly you don't know what to do. My home, my team was just kind of like crumbling apart, and I didn't know where I fit in. It was gone. Luckily for me, I stuck it out. I stayed on the team for the rest of the year. I was by my team, I was doing crunches as my feet were in the air because I couldn't really do anything with them. So I felt disconnected. This part that finally made me feel at home at Bridgewater, and that door that opened for me here just shut again. So come to my sophomore year of 2012, I knew I needed to get involved, but I just didn't know how. Lucky for me, someone in my class walked straight up to me, her name was Callie, and she looked me in the eyes and said, "You're gonna join a sorority." I thought she was psychotic. Straight up was like, "You're a joke." But in reality, I went back to my room, I kind of vented about it to my roommates and was like, "This girl, I don't even know her." But she was right, and I went out for it. I didn't know anything about the sorority, so I actually went out for the 3 that were on campus at the time. There's currently 4, but I went out for the 3, so I got to know all 3 of them. I was unbiased and all, went out, and I found my home. I found another place, a group of women that I could call my home. It was a door that opened on this campus that made me feel like I had somewhere to go, or I had people to back me up, and I could back them up. This place that I thought was terrible, would have no opportunities, suddenly just kept getting better and better because I was getting involved. So I was hungry. I started going out for leadership positions in my organization and just loved that people were relying on me. From there, I knew I needed more. So I'd applied to 2 different things around the same time. I'd applied to be an RA on campus and was super excited for this experience. I'd gone through the entire process and group process and everything like that, just go and apply for it. But unfortunately, I didn't get it. I got that email saying, "I'm sorry, we had plenty of other candidates who were really qualified, and unfortunately, you just weren't one of them." That door just slammed in my face. I was so excited for this. I was looking up to all of these different RAs in my building and thought they were awesome. Why couldn't I do that? Unfortunately, I was super hard on myself and kept saying that something I did wrong, when in reality, I knew I just needed to get more involvement. So luckily, how I had told you, I had applied to something else, and that was the Disney College Program. For all of you that don't know what that is, it's basically going down to Walt Disney World or Disney over in California. You work for them. Also, you can take classes. You're basically just having the time of your life, right? So I got this saying, congratulations, but I didn't know what to do from there. I was kind of nervous. I didn't really like Disney that much. Did I really want to do it? But with my mother behind my side, she said, hi-ho, it's off to Disney you go. She'd actually planned their vacation to come visit me before I accepted it. They were literally going regardless. So I did, and I went down because I had nothing else to lose. I wanted more, right? And this door had already shut in my face, and this one opened. How can I say no? So I went for it. I was working right on Main Street in Magic Kingdom. The entire left side is called the Emporium. It's basically 6 stores in one where I'm selling a bunch of like Mickey merchandise saying, have a magical day, to every single person. It was nuts. All right? It was a great experience. You can talk to me if you want to. But that's what I was doing. And it was great, and people loved it, and I loved it, but I didn't have that leadership feeling that I loved, that I found here at Bridgewater. What I felt that I needed people supporting me and I could support them. So I came back here to Bridgewater knowing that this is where I wanted to be. Finally, I felt like this is my home. So the next thing that I had done was I applied to be the vice president of the Panhellenic Executive Board. For those of you that don't know, it's basically an umbrella organization of the different sororities, national sororities, here, especially on our campus, the 4 different sororities here. So what we do is we hold different programs and activities for all the women to come together. So I'm not just focusing on my organization. So I can branch out, I can meet other women, I could learn how other leadership styles work together rather than just the women I'm used to. Something that we also do is we come together to find freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors that come out for sorority recruitment and help them find their home in our community while not being biased towards our own organization. I found this incredible. So amazing that all these women could come together, having found their home somewhere else, but work together as a whole to make sure other people found their home on Bridgewater's campus. Something that I didn't think I would find. So these women actually encouraged me to go even farther. I've been the vice president of one organization, like what other door could be slammed in my face? So I went for it, and I leaped. I ran for the president position of my organization. And you guys want to see the picture that was taken when I got it? Yeah. Yeah. No, I started bawling when I got it. You don't want to see that picture. I was straight up just crying my eyes out. No, but it was incredible. To know these 75 women saw that leadership in me, that said, you chose Bridgewater for a reason, whether my parents did or not. You stayed here for a reason to impact other people, including yourself.